Hey guys, this is Exbeon, NightAngel if you know me in game, and today we have just me doing some Volt farming and a bit of a story, so I'll get into that in a second here. First off, I want to say that there's a girl that I've kind of thought was kind of attractive. She's kind of cute, and I'm not really sure how to handle the situation because she's been going out with her boyfriend for 5 months. So normally with this kind of a situation, I would just ignore her altogether just because she has a boyfriend, so like we would just be friends, that is all. But I'm getting some mixed vibes with her, so I'll get into that here in a second. I'm just going to do one quick little Volt thing. So and talk about Epic Duel here real quickly before I get into my story, but a lot of people have been saying that I need more defenses on my build. So, I don't know, I think my defenses are not. My tech is really good, but I think my dex is a little lacking, so I might take off some strength for some dex, but that's all I can pretty much think of to change the build. If you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and suggest them. But I'm just going to get right into this. So, the other day, me and this girl were hanging out, and she kind of gave me a kiss on the cheek, but it was like a light one, like one of those things that are like friendly kiss on the cheeks. And she's in, her mom is like really hardcore French, so I'm just assuming this is something that French people do or something, because I don't see my normal friends going around kissing me on the cheek, mainly because they're mostly male. But I'm hanging out with her, she gives me a kiss on the cheek, and I'm thinking about this. I'm like, this must be just a friendship thing. Like this has to be, right? Because it was between the ear and the mouth. It wasn't like, because if it's towards the mouth, then you know that they kind of like you. But if it's between the ear, they're your friend. This was in between, so I wasn't sure. So I'm sitting there and I'm going, alright, okay. So I was thinking about it for a little while, and she decides to call me up that night. And she says, let's hang out tomorrow. So I say, great, I'll pick you up around 4-ish. And she's like, yeah, 4 is good. Because I like to have, I like to have a good sleep, between, like, all the way to, like, noon, noonish. And then I like to wake up and just get refreshed and all that. So I got, like 4 hours to get ready. So I wake up in the morning, 12 o'clock, and I go shower and all that. And then I decide I'll go walk and pick her up, and I'll surprise her, I won't call her. So I go in, and I'm walking, and I knock on her door, and she's not ready to go yet. She's in her PJs and all that. She hasn't even showered yet. So, surprisingly, she was not as unattractive as I thought she would be unshowered. But so she lets me in, and I'm sitting down in the kitchen. She's got like this kind of like counter thing, so I'm sitting down at the counter. And she's like, I'm going to quickly go shower. And I go, okay, wonderful. So she goes and showers. I'm sitting there at the counter, and I'm just relaxing, I'm not putting too much, like, worry here. Now, I thought we were alone in the house. I was wrong, but at this point, I didn't know. I'm sitting at the counter, and I did not know we were not alone at the house. So I'm sitting there, I'm relaxing, and she's taking her shower. I'm sitting there, I'm all alone, completely alone. She comes down the stairs when she's done, but she's not wearing anything. She's got a towel around her, and she comes down to ask me, do you want anything to eat? In her towel. So, completely naked, completely wet, in a towel, ask me if I want anything to eat. I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, I could get something to eat. Now, I want to know, if I said, I had said no, I'm good. But I want to know, if I had said yes, would she have just made it right then and there in her towel, or would she have gone and got changed and then came down? So I was a little excited. I wanted to say yes, but I wasn't hungry. I was just in the moment. I was just kind of like, I was like mesmerized almost. So I didn't say anything. I just closed my mouth, shut up, and I said, no, I'm good. So she went upstairs, she got changed, she didn't blow dry her hair, because her hair just dries really well naturally or something. And so, we go out for a walk, and we walk all the way to Tim Hortons, and she didn't want anything to eat, and I didn't know why, because I'm paying, I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna pay. And so I get a frozen lemonade, I don't know if you guys had those, they're amazing, and I got the raspberry one, and then, and a chicken salad sandwich, which, funny story, I asked for the chicken salad sandwich, and she's like, we don't have white bread, we have whole wheat. Are you allergic to whole wheat? And I said, is that what you normally ask customers? Are you allergic to whole wheat? Like, no, I'm fine, I can eat whole wheat. So she gave me the whole wheat sandwich, like, it's, what kind of, like, am I allergic to whole wheat? Like, yes, everybody's just allergic. So I got the whole wheat sandwich. And, it didn't taste any different, so, I mean, if it's healthy, then wonderful, I'll just get that from now on, but I'm sitting down, and she takes my hat off. Now, this is for, like, chicks. I don't think any chicks watch my videos, but in case they do, never, ever take a guy's hat off. 2 reasons. 1, it's like taking off your clothes. How would you like it if I just ripped your shirt off in the middle of the hallway? Yeah. Like, you're physically taking off someone's clothes by taking off their hat. And 2, we have really, really bad hat hair. That is not something you want to see. So, she takes off my hat, she looks at me, giggles a little bit, but it's not like a laugh kind of make fun of, like one of those cute, innocent giggles. She puts my hat on. Now, I'm wearing a chain, like I have a Young Money chain. She goes and takes off my chain and puts it on. So now she's got my hat and my chain. I'm sitting there, hat and chainless. Like, I'm confused. I don't know if I should be like, hey, you can't do that, or if I should just let her do it. I didn't say anything, she's a girl. Like, if it was a guy, I would have done something, but, she's a girl, what am I supposed to do? Like, hey, give me my hat back. Like, no. So, I'm sitting there, I look like an idiot. I got hat hair, and it's just a complete buffoon here. And we walk out of the restaurant, or the establishment. It's not really a restaurant, but, and so we're walking home, and I gotta take a crap. But I didn't want to tell her I need to take a crap. So I'm like, can we go to my house? And she says, yeah, sure, let's go to your house. So we walk over to my house, and I need to go to the bathroom, but she's like, I need to go to the bathroom, but I'll wait till you're done. Now, I'm gonna take a crap. This is gonna smell like fucking shit. And I don't want her to smell this. So I'm sitting in this dilemma, like, do I shit, or like, do I just hold it in, pretend I went? So I get into the bathroom. I close the door and I lock it. And I pretend that I went to the bathroom. So I'm sitting there, and I can't shit. I don't want to make it smell like shit. So I'm sitting there pretending I have to go to the washroom. And so I turn on the tap, I wash my hands, I come out, I say, all done, and she goes in. She goes in, she's quiet, I didn't hear anything. She comes out of the bathroom, and she sits down next to me. Now I am just, the shit is just piling in my asshole. I need to go. And I'm thinking, if I tell her I have to go to the bathroom again, she's gonna think something's wrong with me, or I have like herpes. So I'm sitting there, and I'm utterly confused. So we decide to play a game. I always know that games distract me from having to go to the bathroom. So we turn on this game called Slender. And now, if you guys haven't played this, it is a horror game that will literally take your feet, shove them in your mouth, and they will come out your asshole. Now, we're sitting there, and she's a complete idiot with games. No idea how to play the game. So she picks up the keyboard and mouse, and I'm telling her, you have to collect the 8 notes. Simple as that. You move with WASD, and you click with the mouse. Really straightforward, basic game. It took her like 5 minutes to get a hand on the controls. When she finally got a hold of walking and all that, so she's walking and walking. She finally, after like, I think it was 10 minutes of walking, finds a note, and I'm like, oh, thank fucking God, Jesus Christ, the boringest game I've ever seen. She gets 1 note, turns around, Slender's there. She goes to walk towards him, thinking it's another note, and I said, that's him. She's totally fine, totally neutral. She walks towards him, thinking it's a note. The minute I say, that's him, loudest scream I have ever heard. She screamed. My mouse, she threw it and hit the wall. She threw my mouse and hit the wall with it. She screamed and ran to my couch. That scream made me fart. Now, I wasn't sure if she had heard the fart in her huge, momentous scream, but a fart and almost poo came out of my butt. Almost. I had held it in, but I could feel it. Like, I was like, I need to go now. Like, this is brutal. And so I'm holding it in, and the fart came out. It was like a rip of a fart, and she could hear it. Like, I knew she could hear it, but she didn't say anything. And it reeked. Oh my God, it was brutal. But I was in my bed, like, I'm sitting in my bed, so I, like, kind of covered it up with my blankets kind of thing, and I just, like, shoved it in the corner, hoping she couldn't smell it. And immediately I cracked the window. I'm like, I told her, she's like, why'd you open a window? I told her, like, it breaks tension, less tension in the room, get more airflow. Like, I don't know, I made something up, like, the currents or something, right? And so she's like, you play. She's like pressuring me to play. I have to shit my pants. This game is scary as fuck. I don't know if I can play this. So she's like, you play. I go, alright, I'm playing. Sit down on the chair. I got the computer going. And I don't know if I didn't want to play seriously. She got 1 note. I could get 2 notes and just die, right? I could just do that. But she thinks I'm like some amazing gamer. And I'm not bad. But she was expecting like great things from me. So I have to play. I have to do good. So I'm sitting there on the computer. And I'm shitting my pants. Like, I have to fart, like, really bad. I've been, like, that fart, nothing. It's about to, like, I'm about to release something that's unbelievable here. So I'm sitting there on the computer, and I'm playing the game. I collect 1 note. Keep walking. Scared out of my mind. Collect 2 notes. Alright, that's fine. Collect 3 notes. The ambient noise changes to, like, from the boom, boom to, like, the boom, and then you hear this, kind of like, it's like this weird, creepy sound, you don't want to hear it, kind of thing, and then boom, boom, and then it keeps happening, and I get 4 notes, and I'm like, ooh, good job, Jose, halfway there, and I'm like, don't need to play serious anymore, you're doing good. I walk towards the barrels, I'm walking, I see a 5th note, I'm walking, I get the 5th note, I'm walking towards the house, and Slender appears in front of me, like, just appears in front of me. I scream, I turn around, again, right behind me. I scream again, turn around, I'm running, and in this time, a piece of shit, just a little bit, fell out of my butt. Just a little bit. And I didn't know what to do. I held it in, I sucked everything else in, but a piece was in my underwear. I could feel it was wet. It was a small little piece. I shit my pants, literally. There was a piece of poo in my pants. I'm sitting there, I'm worried out of my mind, and I can't tell her, like, I can't just tell her, hey, I shit my pants, like, literally, like, what am I supposed to do? So, she wanted to go home, she was, like, frightened, I was frightened, but she was happy, I could tell, like, she had a big smile on her face, she had a good time with me, that's good. So we walked to her house. I still have this little piece of shit in my pants, like, it's just sitting there. So we walk all the way to her house, I could feel it rubbing up against my butt, and then she tells me, do you smell something? And I go, no, we were walking by garbage cans. I blamed it on the garbage cans immediately. I didn't know if it was me or the garbage cans, but I was hoping to God it was the garbage cans. So, she's got these, like, huge, nasty garbage cans by her house, so that's probably it. So we're sitting there, and I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, she takes my hat off once again, puts it on, and she gives me, like, a nice hug, and then goes in for, like, a little kiss on the cheek. But it was a longer kiss than usual. So, I was enjoying the kiss, and I'm sitting there enjoying the kiss, and then I realized that her hand is kind of near my ass, where the shit happened to be. So, I immediately moved her hand. I didn't want her to feel anything by accident, or even, like, know that it was there, so I moved her hand. But then she gave me, like, a weird look, like, she didn't say anything, but she gave me a weird look, like, oh, we're not doing anything. And I regret this, because, I mean, maybe she didn't want to go with her boyfriend, or maybe she's having boyfriend problems, but because of me, now those problems are, like, gone. Now she's like, oh, you're not that kind of guy. And I feel like this was a bad thing to do, and I shouldn't have done it. Like, I should have just let her touch my shit or something. But, yeah, and then she looked at me and said, alright, I'll see you later. She didn't look too happy, but, I mean, she does have a boyfriend, and, there's nothing I could have really done, so I go to my respective home, she goes to her respective home, and we are sitting there, and I go to Skype her, and I go, hey, what's up, kind of thing, and the Skype conversation is very awkward, and, yeah, I have yet to talk to her since, so that is the most recent, up-to-date story about any chick I've ever had, and it was terrible, absolutely terrible. But, that's my story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be making more Epic Duel videos as time goes on. And hopefully, if you like stories, I could try to have more awkward and embarrassing situations that I can tell you guys about. But, remember to comment, like, subscribe, and keep on famming me up. And remember, guys, keep on dueling epically. Peace.